John Horberry here for Denim and Leather Metal Magazine. Not sure if we're here for metal tonight, but sat here with 2 members of InMe, so if you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Gaz, and this is...
I'm Dave.
Yeah.
We're in InMe.
Cool beans. So this is actually the second time I've seen you guys in Hull. You played at the Welly a few years ago, just before Daydream Anonymous.
Blimey. That is a long time ago, man. Like,
it gets worse when you think back even further, because I've been listening to this band for like 9 or 10 years now, which makes me, like, I was 11, 12 when I started listening. It makes me feel old, so I don't know how it makes you guys feel.
Ancient. Yeah. Especially him.
Yeah.
So,
the Welly, I can't even remember.
Oh, it's actually just down the road.
Could you describe the venue?
A dive.
Right.
No, I probably shouldn't say that.
You could say about half of the venues in the UK, to be fair.
No, really
dives.
tiny stage. It was upstairs, cooped up in the back room of a kind of.
I'm gonna search my brain. I'm finding
smells of
digging that
vodka.
memory out.
But it was, I think you were touring behind releasing I Won't Let Go at the time.
Right.
And you did that little mini tour before you released the album or something along those lines.
Okay.
I remember it more specifically because it was the first gig I managed to go to without like my parents being there, which makes me feel even older at this point.
Yeah.
So
we're especially guys, a couple of hairs just went grey just thinking about
Since I
it.
joined the band, I was 12 when I joined the band, and I instantly became 33 after doing it on tour.
That's cool. So the Pride is your 5th album to date.
Yeah, 5th kind of full length. Yeah.
What's changed in all that time?
A lot's changed really. We've got now Gaz and Greg in the band, and I think we're much more comfortable lineup these days. Like, everyone brings their own thing to the table. Everyone's like very integral part of the band. We've learned a lot. I think our work ethic as a band has changed over the years. I think when we started again in 2006 when Greg joined and changed management and label and that. I think that when we were younger we got way too young. And way too much was done for us, and I think these days we're hands-on with every aspect of our career, which is important.
I think earlier on, InMe probably had sandwiches delivered by limo, whereas we walked to Tesco's and buy bread and cheese now. It's different.
Yeah.
Is that does that also come down to the music? It seems more technical when you compare it to White Butterfly and Overgrown Eden.
Well, I think that was just natural, really. Like me and Joe, like, he's my mate, but we creatively we were butting heads, and we weren't making music that I believed in.
Right.
And then when Greg came in, I was the chief songwriter, and there's the natural that you're just gonna. It was a lot more kind of what I wanted InMe to sound like.
Right.
And we like challenging ourselves as musicians, so that technical aspect comes into it naturally, really. Hopefully there's not a direct correlation between that and because things got tough.
Right.
It's very tough to try and juggle a full-time band whilst juggling like 5 different jobs or whatever. Yeah. So and things are on the up again, and I think the hard work is paying off, which is a much more rewarding way of doing it than just everything too soon.
So was it the more technical music that brought you from a 3-piece to needing another guitarist alongside? Was it
not just from a technical aspect, but it just gives you more options as a band. Like on the album, if I recorded a rhythm part and a lead part live in a live setting, you can actually achieve that. And Gaz can write kind of counter melodies to what I'm doing, and I like that. Because I like what I write, but I like some people bringing their own flavours to it, and it just sounds heavier, and it's more. I think it's expanded the family, which is fun. It's more fun to have 4 of us than just the 3. It was necessary. I think it was necessary really from the second album. Like, there was so many overdub layers, so it just took a while to get it right. Find him.
One thing I've always wondered myself was where did the name InMe actually come from? Because I've heard stories based on probably internet gossip, you know, that it came from a Disturbed song and such things, and it's kind of like, well, Dave Draymond says that once in a song, I don't think it's where you get a name from.
It was a game of hangman, and the actual word was bin men, but they hadn't actually finished it, and before we got the B in the end, Dave thought, oh, that's a nice band name, we'll use that.
Yeah, in reality, we were called Drowned, that's the name we came up with when we were 13, and booking a hotel. There was another band called that, and the label were like, that name's crap.
Right.
And then we were all just back and forth. Like back then, the names I was coming out with, I thought I was being really cool and cryptic, but in retrospect they were terrible. I thought I came up with Glisten and then a number. That's how I think that was my input. And our bass player, we got so bored of coming up with names, and our bass player at the time, Joe, just said, what about InMe? And I saw a logo for InMe, and that's the logo to this day. And I think for me it was like I just settled for it, and now I really like it. You know, I think it doesn't mean just the words in me. It describes my band.
And also, if we had called ourselves something like Glisten83, that's more an MSN username, isn't it?
Yeah.
Than a band name.
Yeah.
Xbox Live tag.
That was before the age.
Glisten83 has killed you.
Yeah.
Whatever happens on games.
So what do you guys do when you're not on stage or drinking tea
Imagine
for
being on
interviews?
No, this is Bailey's, clearly.
Oh,
We work our asses off, generally. Yeah. I'm an email warrior, trying to sort things out all the time. I do a lot of solo work outside of the band.
Yeah.
I'm trying to beat my gig record this year. I want to do like at least 200. What else? You're a promoter. You're a club promoter.
DJ, promoter, and do a bit of sort of consultancy sort of stuff on sort of social media promotion that for various peeps.
Greg is assistant manager in a poker club and a snooker hall, and Si tries to do touring work. I've got to like reply to this or turn it off. Go away.
Works with friends.
Turn it upside down, that'll make it go
draw
away.
something. And we obviously have some downtime, and Greg's a gamer.
Yeah. I'm a booze hound. Dave's a booze hound.
Si's a booze hound.
Yeah, so
we like. I'm actually my hobby is real ale. Like, I love finding decent pubs that do proper.
There's actually a Real Ale pub just round the corner.
I saw real ales on the side. I was like, ooh,
Now, not being a Real Ale drinker, it didn't appeal to me when I was there, and I ordered a glass of Carlsberg because it was the only thing that, and it tasted like cheese. I think they hadn't actually opened the keg before.
Right, okay. You're not
was
selling
rough.
it to me, but I don't know.
it's an interesting one because music, you know, for a lot of people, it's a hobby, and it's all of our biggest passions, and we love music and listening, but it's also our job.
Yeah.
So it's quite weird when people say, "So what do you do for recreation?" All the things that we do within InMe, like getting pissed and watching other bands, what we do when we're not in InMe. So
Right.
Yeah. I do a lot of writing. I write a lot of lyrics because I've got all these different projects. So I'm working on this new solo album at the moment, whilst thinking about InMe's future ideas.
How do you decide between what material goes for your solo stuff?
It was
then?
hard at first. It was tricky at first, but it's really obvious to me now. Even melodically, I'm like, nah, that is way too cheery, for example, to be in an InMe song.
Right, okay, so you're more cheerful on your own.
Well, I just tend to, if I pick up the acoustic, I'm going to write something for a solo thing these days, and if I pick up the electric and get on GarageBand on the Mac, then chances are an InMe song's going to come out. Or if I really like a song and Greg goes, I hate it, veto, as he does all the time, then I reinterpret it into an acoustic song and I can use it as my thing. But it tends to be pretty obvious.
Fair enough.
A heavy riff is not going in an acoustic solo project.
Well, it'd be quite fun to have just one blast beat on your next solo album.
Well, it could work.
Folk guitar and
You've got songs like Turbulence on InMe albums, so you could reverse it the other way and you could have something like The Art of Moderation on your own.
It'd be tricky, but I think what I do is a bit more poppy as well as straight to the point. Like,
right.
really melodically as well. I can tell like if something's really folky, then it's going on the acoustic record. And then we've got the sentiment stuff as well, which is my brother's kind of metal side project we're working on, and that's really heavy.
Right. Are we talking like black metal heavy or?
No, more. I don't know. It's hard to compare it to anyone. It's very metal, like really like bitey kind of detuned guitars and stuff, but
right.
with loads of electronica as a primary instrument on it.
Right. Okay.
So it's not just like the odd sample; it's actual proper lead parts that are all synth based.
Me doing kind of much more intense style of vocal.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guttural stuff and screaming stuff.
Yeah.
So, what are your favourite InMe songs to play on stage then?
I think we like. Oh, cool.
Not them on me, mate. Oh, cool.
Reverie Shores is the one we start with.
Referee Shorts,
Referee Shorts.
as I've renamed it.
We like playing that a lot. Although usually it says it's the first one, it's mostly us going, "What?
That's the game. We've made our sound engineer learn a dance that I can't really give you any more in the monotone. He has to sort of go like that. He's going to be doing that a lot tonight, I think.
Moonlit Seabed I'm loving playing. Just it's got this breakdown bit where it's just like full on, I don't know what you'd call that sort of sampling.
The part at the end. Towards the end, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's a breakdown, but I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a staccato.
Staccato, yeah.
Really,
Riff.
Down-tuned staccato
Yeah.
riffing.
Yeah.
but it's more.
Syncopated as well.
I enjoy more just the simpler chuggy bit because I go nuts for that.
And I quite like Faster the J.